Coach, I know every coach wants their team to get off to a hot start on home ice, but you can't ask for much more than scoring 40 seconds in.
No, yeah, it's good. We want to come out first shift hard, set the tone. I'm glad to see the ladies, bought in from last night, what we took positive out of last night, and implemented that right from the start. And I've preached so long. You can't win a game in the first period, but you can lose it. And last night we had to claw back after a 3-1 deficit in the first. And tonight we made a mark that we want to come out and set the tone right away, and it paid off with a goal for, like you said, 40-something seconds in on a nice shot by Gerwitz.
So it's 3-1 after the first, it's 4-2 after the second. What message do you give to your girls in the locker room to spark them up to keep on going?
Just keep it simple. It's really that easy. We don't play the sexiest system, but we're the hardest working system. And when they buy into that, it's evident on the play that we carry the pace and we set the tone, and we're going to dictate the game, playing on our toes. And when we do that, we're a very good hockey team, and we make others kind of adjust to us. And when we don't play that system, we have to adjust to them, and that's what led to their breaks tonight. And the girls heard about it a little bit in the locker room between periods, but it's also the first weekend of the year. We've had 20-something practices, and they haven't seen competition. We got 9 freshmen out there playing their first weekend, so it's a matter of them adjusting to the game speed, the physicality of it, and the returning players, they're antsy to get out there, so they're gripping the sticks a little tight, and it's just ease the nerves, get out there, make it happen, and play the system we need to play.
So you talked about it Friday, you fell behind 3-1, claw your way back. You're ahead 3-1 after one in this Saturday's game. How did you manage to keep them with a sharp mentality so that McKendree couldn't do the same to you?
It's just sticking to the game plan. It's really, we need to be even keel. It's like you said, 3-1 after one, but it's 0-0 as soon as we step on that ice after for the start of second. And to your point, we made it 4-1, but then we gave up a bad shift and they scored right away. And that's part of our mentality is, we score the goal, it's great, but the next shift's the most important shift out there, and we failed to do that tonight. I don't know if it was twice, but definitely once. And that gives the momentum that we just earned for the last 4 minutes before that goal. And it's unacceptable, but it's also teaching moments and learning curves for a young program. We've got 9 freshmen. So it's moments for them on forward and D that we have to treat every shift like it's a brand new one. Whether we scored or gave up a goal, it's a brand new shift. So
3 goals on 25 shots. What did you see out of Sawyer Duncan tonight?
She did well. She did very well. Unfortunately, kind of dodging your question just to stare a hair is, Cadrain's a great goalie too, but she gave up 3 goals on 13 shots in the first period last night. Told Sawyer, be ready to go right away. We can't have that, and it's not to Caitlin's fault. She didn't play bad. It's just we gave up 2 power play goals. We took too many penalties last night. Tonight we limited it to 2 or 3, I think. I'm not positive on that, but for Sawyer, she was able to stay square to the shots. Our D did a good job of picking up sticks, clearing bodies, and on the power play, we were able to adjust to what they did from Friday night to Saturday, and she had better shooting lanes to see the puck. And it's credit to our D to keep them out the outside, and forwards back checking, breaking up plays, and taking away the high slot shots that are left there.
So obviously disappointed with the special teams battle Friday. You have to be a little bit happier Saturday, getting 3 power play goals of your own.
Yep, it's a mark we made. We saw what they did on Friday night, and quote me, I think we had 1, but tonight was, hey, we've got to change what they did very well to us, and we've got to expose some of their weaknesses, and we were able to do that in certain areas. But it's a credit to our girls that they stick with what has been taught to them and told to them in practices, and it pays off. But it's just their execution was a little rough on Friday night. Saturday night, stuck with it, did the same things, tweaked 1 or 2 lanes to go in, and it paid off. And we got to be hungry hippos in front of the net, as I like to call it. And whether a shot gets blocked or the goalie's there, we got to be able to put the puck in the net and out-muscle them.
Speaking of being hungry, you've got, once the jitters are gone, you got 2 freshmen scoring. I'm sure they're pretty excited.
Yeah, absolutely, and both of them could have scored last night. Rutherford had, I think, 2 breakaways on Friday night. Kyla Morris, she had a rocket of a shot, put it high just over the bar. Could have settled down and probably put it in the net easier, but it's just outworking them and them buying into the system, and they will be rewarded with their speed. Elle doesn't have the size that Kyla has, but their speed, their tenacity, and being able to out-want and outwork some opponents is what led to their goals tonight.
Going forward, you have a weird schedule kind of in October. It's gonna afford you a little bit more practice time. Is that something that could be beneficial, or is it kind of odd to have those breaks in between weekends?
Well, we actually picked up a game next weekend against Lindenwood. So we got them next Saturday night at 6:20 at Centene. They owed us a game from last year, so we're making it up this year. So that, to your point, that helps fill that void of now, instead of 2 weeks of practice before games, we'll practice 4 times next week, play them Saturday. Girls get, a day or 2 off, and then we practice Monday through Wednesday next week and hop on a bus Wednesday night to have a nice 16-hour bus ride to Minot State to play 3 games there, and then come back, and finally they'll earn a weekend off after that, as long as they play some good hockey.
Thanks for the time, Coach.
Thank you guys, appreciate it.